Growing up, when we had shepherd's pie in my house, Dad would either put leftover roast lamb or he would use minced meat. But I'm going to really jazz up the shepherd's pie for you today. These are meaty beef short ribs, and they've become really popular in the last few years because they've got a little bit of fat through them. They're left on the bone, and once this is cooked slowly with some red wine, port and stock, this turns into the most delicious, rich stew. In a large saute pan like this or a pot roast, add some oil, and I'm going to seal these all over. So I'll start with the meatier side. And for this shepherd's pie, you only need 4 ribs. I'm also going to season it quite generously with some salt and a good crack of pepper. Now, because I want my shepherd's pie to be all about the meat, I really want to disguise the vegetables, so I'm going to finely chop them in my food processor. I'm going to quarter 1 whole onion. That's going to give the sweetness to this shepherd's pie, along with 1 stalk of celery. And now blitz this until it's minced. This is perfect. By mincing them and chopping them as small as possible, this is going to help with the flavour. Let's have a look at the beef ribs. Beautiful, good colour on this side. So I'm going to turn them 2 or 3 more times so each side is golden. Then I'm going to take them out and add these vegetables in and saute them for 5 minutes. Now that I've got some colour on the vegetables, I also added some pancetta, and I cut the pancetta into batten so we really get a nice salty, savoury flavour from that. In with the meat, and any of those juices, add them also. I'm going to deglaze the pan with 2 types of alcohol. For some sweetness, some port. I love port and beef together. So you can see that's bubbling away automatically. Now I'll add some wine, and it needs to be covered completely with liquid so it cooks evenly. Let that bubble away for a few minutes, and we can add some herbs, 1 bay leaf, and a good amount of fresh thyme can go in. Now for a hint of orange, I'm going to use just the peel, so 1 long piece of peel. And this is very interesting, but it's going to give us a really glossy finish to our sauce. This is some blackberry jam. Mix that so it just dissolves, and now let this red wine and port bubble away for about 5 to 10 minutes or so it reduces a little bit. Then I'm going to cover this completely with some beef stock. Lid goes on and it goes into the oven for at least 2.5 hours to 3 hours, or until the sauce is really sticky and the meat's falling away from the bone. Now I've shredded the meat, the sauce has reduced nicely. You can see how thick and glossy it is, so the meat can be returned into the pan. And over here, I've got 2 different vegetables, mushrooms that I've sauteed along with some silver beet. Now I'm going to add this really saucy meat. I've also changed the heat on my oven. Now I've turned it onto the grill element because the final bit is all about getting the mashed potato, which is very classic with shepherd's pie, to go golden brown. And I've placed it in a piping bag because I want to make it look really pretty on the top. All right, the last bit of these vegetables, I'm going to add a few more mushrooms. Button mushrooms, some pine mushrooms. You can use whatever mushrooms you like, or if you don't like mushrooms, you can just leave them out. Some silver beet on top, perfect. And now I'm going to pipe big dollops of this warm mashed potato around the dish until it's completely covered. Then I'm going to brush it with some butter, pop it in the oven until it's golden brown. Well, that was definitely worth the wait. This shepherd's pie is so beautiful inside. You've got a mixture of the mushrooms in there, the silver beet, and that meat is sensational with a rich red wine sauce. You know, shepherd's pie, if it has good quality meat in it and lashings of mashed potato, you're in for a winner. This is sure to be a family favourite in your house because I know it is in mine.